It's Pokemon time again. Hello and welcome back to Jenna Gets Creative. I am doing my Pokemon Mashup Design challenge. I am not using cards this time. I do have packs of cards left, but they seem to all be like the same 30 cards in 50 packs. So we're doing it a little bit differently. There are currently 898 different Pokemon in the National Pokedex. So I randomly generated 3 numbers in the range of 1 to 898. You will notice that I regenerated the 3rd one and took the 4th one. That's because I didn't want more than one Pokemon from the same generation, since I do have almost 900 to choose from. Let me know if you like this method or not, or if you want me to go back to opening those counterfeit XY Ancient Origins cards from 2015. As you can see, I selected number 36, Clefable, number 625, Bisharp, or Bisharp, not entirely sure, that's not a generation I watched, and 710 Pumpkaboo, which I'm really excited about. Pumpkaboo is so cute. So what I will be doing is I will be drawing a combination new Pokemon that has characteristics of all 3 of these Pokemon. I will be giving it a new name. I will be predicting what its new typeset would look like. I will be picking what its typing is. At the end, I will reveal all of those choices, but I want you, at any point during the video, when you come up with how you would have combined these differently, what you would call it, what you think its type is, what you think its moveset probably looks like, comment those down below. Let's have a discussion about it. Tell me I'm wrong. I love it when you do that. And yeah, let's have some fun. While we go, I am going to be answering the questions from the originally booktube tag, anything but books tag. I do think that this tag could be done in any niche. More on that when I get to the last question. My friend Trinity over at Portable Magic tagged me to do the anything but books tag like 2, maybe even 3 weeks ago at this point, and I've been meaning to actually put my face on camera and do it, but like I don't find that pure book content videos do so well on my channel anymore, so I prefer to put my face on camera over on the side while I do digital art, but I haven't gotten around to recalibrating my screen tablet and just doing like the basic pen tablet thing where I'm looking at the screen and drawing on something else. It's getting tiring, so I haven't been motivated to do the digital art. I really should. I should put some Christmas designs on my Redbubble, but yeah. Anyway, I need to actually answer this tag in a video so that I can send it to Trin and say, hey, sorry, but here's my answers. If Trinity hasn't read my blog version yet, have you? I don't know. I put my blog answers out like a week ago because I was feeling guilty about not doing it yet. If you would rather read this segment, I did post it on my blog, westphalepublishing.com. I will link it down below. I posted it on November 7th. This is officially called the Answers Can't Be Books tag, and as mentioned, I was tagged by Portable Magic. I will link that channel as well. Definitely go check out her answers to this tag. Here are my answers. Question 1. What do you collect besides books? So this should be no surprise to anybody who watches this channel, but I collect art supplies. I post full-length art videos here, so obviously I have a ton of art supplies, but like I have more art supplies than I honestly need. I see something shiny and I want it. In particular though, on the blog I showcased a stock photo of a whole bunch of Copic sketch markers because I have so many markers that my marker case on my wall is full, and the Ohuhu pastel set is still in the original bag that it was sold in because I can't fit them all in there. My husband keeps asking what he can make for gifts instead of buying things, and one of these days I'm going to ask him to make like the monster of all marker cases to hang on the wall beside my desk. Question 2. What is something you do for fun besides reading? The easy answer would be to say make art, but I feel like that's a cheat considering I just said that. I love blogging. I really do. I run a blog. That is the other place you can get these answers. I have really enjoyed posting pretty much daily book content on that blog for a year and a half now. I started in May of last year, 2020. I posted like 6 things that month. This year though, I seriously don't think my blog has gone a day without a post since like sometime in February. And that's all thanks to doing blog tours with books. There are so many tour organizers for books, primarily self-published and indie published authors. A lot of it's really easy because you don't have to review every single book you're sharing. You don't have to interview the author. You don't have to have an author-written guest post. You can just post the media kit and promote the book. Every single day, there is something going live on my blog, and quite often, if it's a slow day, like a Saturday, and there's only one thing on the blog, it's probably just a media kit from a Blitz, probably from Espresso Booktubers, because I get all of their Blitz media kits and all of their cover reveal media kits without even asking for them, and most of the time if I get them I do post them. And it's a lot of fun. It's not a lot of work when I do those ones, it's more work when I have to actually review the book or actually provide interview questions, but it's a lot of fun. Besides that, I love spending time with my family, my daughter and my husband, baking with my daughter because she's 4 and she's finally really excited about that. I'm not allowed to make cookies without her anymore. She loves it. It's just so much fun. This is something I always did with my grandmother when I was a little girl, so it's really nice to get to share that with my daughter now. Question 3. What is something that is special or important that is on your nightstand? Well, it hasn't been on my nightstand for like 2 weeks because I've been intending to film this video. It's been sitting on my desk, but the answer, the thing that I talked about in the blog post, the thing that I am going to show on screen now, this is a lucky turtle. It's a little pendant. I bought it in a hospital gift shop in 2005. Grandpa was going in for emergency surgery, and my sister and I, like the whole family, we were all there in the lobby of the hospital just waiting for news, and Mom gave us a little bit of money and sent us off to the gift shop to distract us, and I bought this little turtle. It came with a little card. It says, "Lucky little turtle charms. A lucky little turtle especially for you to bring you good luck the whole day through. A smile it carries and this special wish for days of sunshine and happiness. This little gift can be carried in a pocket, held, or placed on a shelf." Obviously, like, it's an important thing to me. Grandpa survived that one, and that was my grade 11 year. I kept this for the rest of high school. I took it to university with me, and then at some point between my grandfather passing away in 2011 and me moving out of province in 2012, I lost track of it. I couldn't find it. And a couple of years later, as I was just visiting family at one point, I spotted it in Grandma's china cabinet with all of the other little trinkets and things that she's saved from over the decades. I must have said, like, "Oh, that's where that went. I've been looking for that." And she wanted to give it back to me, and I said, "No, like, it's perfect that you keep it." So I told her where it came from and why I had it, and she still has it in her china cabinet. And I went ahead and I found the company that makes them and ordered the exact same one. So this one that hangs out on my nightstand, this is not that exact one. This is not the one I bought in 2005. I bought this in like 2015, 2016 or so. But that's what it is. That's why it's special to me. That's why it normally hangs out on my nightstand. It's a good little worry stone type thing. It's so smooth, but it's got a bit of texture in it because it's carved like a turtle. And it has that special meaning to me. Question 4. What is something that you buy at bookstores other than books? I feel like everybody's answer is bookmarks, but if we want to get more creative and a little more honest, I always get distracted and stopped at the stationery type stuff and the little nerdy novelties. These things, they're called the 7-year pens. I see them at the counter at bookstores all the time, have for years and years. Sometime around 2010, my sister and I both bought one. Actually, I think I bought 2. The card that they come with, it says that they're a 7-year pen because you're supposed to be able to write with them daily and they won't run out of ink and they won't stop working functionally, mechanically for 7 years. Turns out if you read the fine print, the amount of writing you are doing every day for 7 years to make it last for 7 years is the equivalent of literally tracing a straight line with a meter stick once every day for 7 years. So yeah, I killed mine in about a month. Question 5. What is a fun gift that you have received other than books? The answer I ended up giving on the blog, and I still like this answer. Some of the best gifts I've ever received are experiences like concerts. My sister and I, mostly me, we grew up die-hard fans of the Backstreet Boys, and for Christmas in 2010, my mom and my sister bought a pair of concert tickets to see the New Kids on the Block and Backstreet Boys collaboration tour, the NKOT BSB tour. That was for when they came to Vancouver, BC in in June of 2011. And despite having been a Backstreet Boys fan since they were first opening for other bands and on TV and getting little niche interviews and stuff like that, ever since then, so like early to mid 90s, I've been a fan of Backstreet Boys, and that concert, 2011, that was the first time I'd ever gotten a chance to see them in concert, and they were collaborating with New Kids on the Block. I was born in the 80s, I was kind of on the cusp of the 80s boy bands and the 90s boy bands, so like, that was so cool. Such a cool show to see. And of course I took my sister with me to see it. Question 6. What is a YouTube channel that you watch that is not related to books? I could not pick just one, so let me talk about the ones that I decided to link in the blog post. Obviously, if I talked about all of the other non-bookish YouTubers out there and non-art YouTubers, I didn't include art ones in here because obviously that's also my niche. If I included everybody, we'd be here all day. I love watching Canadians, and I love watching disability advocates and accessibility advocates, and one of the creators I really like who is both of those is Molly Burke. She is a blind creator here on YouTube, and she's all about educating about blindness and educating about accessibility and service dogs in particular. She just got her 3rd ever guide dog. You should definitely go check out her series. She brought us along to film her whole training session, her 2 weeks of training at Mira in Quebec. That's where she gets her guide dogs from. It's a really cool series. I love listening to storytime narrators when I'm just trying to get other mindless things done, particularly channels that read Reddit type stuff. So some of the ones that come to mind right away are Hellfreezer, One Topic at a Time, The Click, and then if I want to get a little more spooky, because sometimes I do, I really like Let's Read and Dr. Creepin. I proudly claim the labels of both nerd and geek, so I let my freak flag fly all day and I watch nerdy and geeky stuff. I love to tune into Super Carlin Brothers, Tom Scott, Council of Geeks, The Game Theorists / The Film Theorists / The Food Theorists, and also Happy Console Gamer, who happens to be married to my primary grade real life best friend. I also really love following creators in the LGBTQIA+ space. I already mentioned some people who fit into that category, but some additional ones are Jessie Gender, Jammy Dodger, Luxaria, Rolly, and the Queer Kiwi. I like watching independent news type creators. Jimmy Snow, formerly known as Mr. Atheist, he toyed with a news series. It was called The Sometimes Show. They got like quite a few episodes into it, like a lot of episodes into it. He did daily videos for weeks and weeks and weeks, and it just wasn't working out for him, so he has a podcast called Sometimes that kind of fills that niche, and then he's gone back to his other content. The guy who actually still does independent news on a regular basis, who I love to watch and have been watching for like a decade, Philip DeFranco. Shouldn't surprise anybody, I have quoted him here many times. And finally, question 7. The original question is to tag 5 booktubers who you would like to know more about. I say no, because I tag anybody who wants to do this tag, and I don't think it has to be just a book tag. I think it can be answers can't be blank tag, and fill in that blank with your niche. So if you are here on YouTube and you're just an art creator, answers can't be art related. If you are watching and you're a creator and you're a gamer, answers can't be gaming related. You get the point. If you want to do this tag, whichever your niche is, I tag you. Tag you're it. Alright, let's get back to the Pokemon stuff. A reminder that I would like to know from you. What would you have done differently with this combination? What would you call this guy? What type is he? What does his moveset look like? Tell me in the comments down below. Feel free to disagree with me. I love it when we have a discussion about it. This is a combination of Clefable, Bisharp, and Pumpkaboo. I am calling this Pumpclarp. This is clearly the strangest combination of dark and steel type there is. It has a lot of dark and fighting type moves, as you would expect. I think the charged attack is probably a steel type move, just because, you know, all the limbs are encrusted in steel. The limbs are definitely inspired by Bisharp. I went a little more on the red side than the orange side, inspired by Bisharp. The overall body shape is meant to be Clefable. I did start with Clefable and then I drew the other guys on top. Admittedly, it is a bit difficult to see Clefable in this now. Perhaps I should have kept the tail. Let me know. Pumpkaboo is quite obvious. And Pumpkaboo is my favorite of the three that are in this combination. In summary, Pumpclarp, this is a dark steel type. The moveset is a mix of dark and fighting with a steel type charge move for sure, and not entirely sure where Clefable went. If you're looking for more to watch, I've got some suggestions up on the left side of the screen now. Don't forget to like, comment, maybe even subscribe, and if you like living life creatively, whatever that means to you, I'd love to have you along for the ride. Bye guys!